Okay, so my buckles came in. So I've got a few options for mounting this buckle to the pouch. The first would just be use a normal side release buckle. I just use a small strip of webbing, maybe a box X stitch, to mount this female end to the lid. And then I would just run this strap through the male end. But I've also got these surmount buckles that wouldn't require any sewing. It's just got this back piece here that goes on the opposite side of the fabric, and you sandwich these two pieces, sandwich the fabric in between these two pieces, and then I'd obviously just run this strap through the male end again. Or another option would be I would actually just remove this strap and mount the female end down here, and then reattach this strap up here. That would be a good option because once you've got this female end mounted, it's not going anywhere. It's not flopping around like it would be doing with this normal side release buckle. And if you're in a hurry, you can just grab that strap, put it in place. You wouldn't be fumbling around trying to hold the lid in place and then grab the strap and then connect the two. It would be pretty much mounted in place, and you could just quickly attach it. So that would be a good option. So I got a lot of different options to consider. So I decided that I'm going to go with the surmount buckle mounted on the lid, and that's just because that requires the least amount of sewing. I was looking for an instructional video on how to mount one of these surmount buckles, and I really didn't find anything useful. But as far as I could tell, it just involves poking 4 holes in the material and pushing these tabs through. So I just kind of eyeballed where I want the buckle and just did the best I can to kind of mark where I'm going to poke these holes. I think I'm going to use something hot held over the stove. That way it'll kind of melt the material as I push it through. That way it'll hopefully won't fray around the edge of the cut. And I think we got those holes more or less where we need them. And as far as I can tell, we just clip that in place. Hopefully that stays there. So I filled the pouch with towels and things that were laying around to simulate it being overstuffed. And now I'll buckle that in place and cinch this strap down. And that'll help me decide how much of this webbing to leave on there. Probably cut it right about there or so. Okay, so I cut the webbing, singed the end of it to keep it from fraying, then folded it over and just put a bar tack in place to keep it from coming unthreaded from the buckle. One last thing I want to do is just make a little ring out of this heavy-duty woven elastic and just put it around the strap so that this tag end will just, stay in place while I'm not adjusting it. So I just took a strip of this and folded it over and bar tacked right along this edge there to make a seam. And I'll just fold that inside out. Hopefully I've got it not too tight or not too loose. I'll just slip that over the buckle. Alright. Now when that's cinched down, I'll just tuck it inside that piece of elastic. And I think that should conclude this project. Now we got our pouch mounted to the bag. Got our drawstring hood in the inside here. This spot was where I was mounting my water bottle pouch. When this pouch is in use, this will probably get mounted to the hip belt from now on. Kind of like the asymmetry of having the two different pouches on either side. Well, I hope these videos helped you out if you're planning on making a similar project.